ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। Om Mandalam 8 Suktam 26 Rishi Vishwana Vayashva Devata Ashwinam Vayu Chandas Ushmik Gayatri Anushtu Vayoru Shu Ratham Huve 26.1 O possessors of unobstructed strength, showerers of happiness, showerers of wealth, Ashwins, I invoke your chariot for joint praise among the scholars. This sukta deals with Ashwins. Partly, they could be Adhidevic or Adhyatmic. Drops of Atmiya Pavamana is the chariot of spiritual Ashwins. Yuvam Paro Sushamne Mahe Stane 26.2 O absolutely truthful showerers of happiness and showerers of wealth Ashwins, you please come with all protections for giving that great wealth for the good praiser of the most excellent one. May Ashwins, Paramatma, Jivatma combined, come to the praiser of Atma and reveal self-knowledge to him. That is the implied meaning. 26.3 Ta Vamadat Ta Vamatyhavamahe O bestowers of wealth, we invoke you too with oblations. Now at the night's end or dawn, impelling the ancient enjoyment. Ancient enjoyment stands for bliss of Brahman. Avam Vahishto Ashvinaratho 26.4 O leaders of men, Ashwins, may your renowned the best load-bearing chariot come to us here. You notice or hear the hymns of the hastening praiser for prosperity. Drops of Atmiya Soma carries Atmiya Ashwin from one living creature's body to another, is the implied meaning. Juhurana Chidashvina 26.5 O showerers of wealth Ashwins, be considerate to a Juhu holding delight. O terrible Ashwins, you certainly rough up your enemies. Juhu holding delighter implies the praiser or seer of the sukta. Dasrahi Vishwamanushas Vishwamanushang 8.26.6 O destroyers of miseries, you too who are impellers of intellects, honey-colored and lots of prosperity, indeed shine on the universe uninterruptedly. Paramatma Jivatma twin pervades every object in the universe. They are considered to be reddish brown, corresponding to the light, the color of the spiritual light of Atma. Upano Yadamashvina Raya 26.7 O abundantly rich, ever faithful, good heroes Ashwins, please come near us with all nourishing wealth. All nourishing wealth may imply knowledge, objective and spiritual. Amesya Pradivya 8.26.8. O excellent, absolutely truthful Ashwins, you are shining and praiseworthy. Please come towards this sacrifice of mine now, along with other shining beings. 26.9. Vayam hivam havamaha. O wise Ashwins, like a horseless person desiring one, we also invoke you who post down riches. With good minds, please come near us here. One here means ekam sast, oneness, truth. Ashvina Swirshe Stuhi. 26.10. O sage, praise Ashwins well. They hear your praise frequently. May they burn your nearby or within enemies and also miserly traders. This slok is addressed to the seer of the Sukta himself. Miserly traders mean men who give nothing to others for gaining desired benefit. Vaiyashvasya Shrutam Narodo. 26.11. O leaders of Manashwins, may you hear this hymn of the offspring of a horseless man, which I also know. May Varuna, Mitra and Rajyama, loving and enjoying equally, hear this hymn. Yuvadatasya Rishnya. 26.12. O liberal showerers of happiness, what is given by you and brought by you, please teach me that daily with the help of scholarly sages. May Ashwins instruct the seer of the Sukta on truth every day. That is the gist of this slok. Yovam yajnebhiravarto. 26.13. O Ashwins, whoever covers you up with sacrifices or sacrificial oblations, like a bride covering herself with a cloth, served by him thus, may you make him bright and shining. Please illumine me with truth, is the essence of the slok. 26.14. Yo Vam Uruvyajastamam Chigedati. 26.14. O Ashwins, whoever really knows you, desiring our welfare, please come to the most widely extending house which is protected by leaders of man. Now, the house here means abode of the self, heart space of human beings, or Satyaloka. Asmabhyamsu Vrishanvasuyatam. 26.15. O showerers of wealth, please come easily to the house protected by leaders of men. By these hymns, we move the sacrifice forward as though hurt in various parts. May Ashwins appear in the abode of the self, Atma. As the sacrifice moves forward, the sacrificers seem to lose their imaginary, unreal material parts. They end up with the matterless Atma. Vahishtovam Havanam. 26.16. O leaders of men Ashwins, the praisers hymn, which is the best bearer and messenger of knowledge, invoke you. May this be for you. 26.7. Yadado divo arnava. 26.17. O immortal Ashwins, whether you are delighting in your place in the space or in the ocean or in the house of one dear to you, please hear this hymn of mine. Udasya Shvedayavari Vahishtha. It is 26.18. Moreover, that white invader, a river among other rivers, having a golden path, becomes the best carrier of yours, O Ashwins. In conformity with earlier rooks, the white invader symbolizes light of knowledge or shining Soma drops, and the golden path is the truthful path from Vrita to Satya. Duality in the form of Prakriti and Satya ends up in truth, oneness. Light of knowledge, spiritual, carries Ashwins to truth. Smadedaya Sukirtyashvina. 26.19. O Ashwins, moving in a radiant chariot, we lead you here by this brilliant good praise and by bright intelligence or wisdom. Ashwins are being led to truth, moving in the chariot of light of spiritual knowledge. This implies spiritual rays carried by Soma drops, flowing essence of Atma. This is the carriage or chariot talked about here. 26.20. Yukshvahitvam Rathasaha. O provider of dwellings, Vayu, you only harness the mighty chariot horses. Please obtain for us nourishing food. May you come to this session of our sacrifice and drink our sweet offering. Vayu is talked about from this rook onwards. Vayu, or personified air, is a great source of power. Of course, this power is got from the sun. Air is used for food production by plants, which are the only food producers in the universe. Tava Maya Vridaspate. 26.21. O masters of Vrita, son-in-law of the Creator, wonderful Vayu, we desire for your protection. For sustaining life in living bodies, Ashwins or Atma needs Vayu. For this reason, Vayu is said to be son-in-law of the Creator. Tvashtrud Jamadaram 26.22. Men who are extractors of Sama essence, we beg you, son-in-law of the Creator and Lord of all, for wealth and glory. Vayoyahi Shivadivo 26.23. O Vayu, please come from the auspicious space or atmosphere. May you easily bring wealth consisting of horses or rays of spiritual light. May the great you be carried in a chariot by broad-flanked horses. Horses mean sun's rays here, because that only make air move by differential heating of atmosphere on the earth's surface. Tvam hi Supsarastamam 26.24. O Vayu, best enjoyer of food, you are being carried on the back of sun's rays by your greatness. In the houses of leaders and men, we call upon you only, who is like a cloud in the sky. 26.25. Sattvam no deva manasa. O resplendent Vayu, you are the first one to manifest. Delighting yourself in your mind, you please accomplish or make for us wealth, food, water, intelligence, etc. Among gross forms of matter, air is the first one to manifest. Air is associated with the manifestation of water and food. Pranas are essential for sustaining life in living beings. Pranayama is known to clean up men's minds. We go to Sutram 27. This is by Rishi Manu Vayavaswata Devata Vishvedeva Chandas Brihati Sato Brihati Agnirukte Purohito. In this non-violent knowledge sacrifice, Agni is placed in front in this eulogy. So also the stones or clouds for extracting Soma essence and the sacrificial grass are laid in their appropriate places. I beg Marus, Brahmanaspati and other shining beings for desirable protection by means of these Vedic ruks. The ruks is an introduction describing the setting of this knowledge sacrifice which deals with all shining beings in general. Apashumgasi Prithivim 27.2. O invoker, sing the praises of earth, of the sacrificial animal, of protectors of the forest, and of the herbs at dawn and at night. O all shining beings, providers of dwellings and all-knowing, may you be protectors of our intellects. This rik is addressed to the seer of the Sukta himself and is self-explanatory except for the words sacrificial animal. This may symbolize Purusha described in Purusha Sukta 10.90.15 rik. Abathan Purusham Pashum Prashuna Etvatvaro 8.27.3. Our non-violent sacrifice or oblations may go towards the most efficient Agni and other shining beings such as sons of Aditi, particularly the maintainer of law and order Varuna and all illumining Marus. Vishvehi Shma Manave Vishwavedaso 27.4. All shining beings who are all-knowing and are destroyers of enemies become helpful for the growth of a thoughtful person or of mind or intellect. O all-knowers, please procure for us a safe house with secure protections. Safe house implies abode of Atma or Satyaloka, heart space of wise sages. So also uninterrupted shelter in (8.27.9). Ano Adya Samanaso Ganta 8.27.5. May all shining beings having the same mind or objective and delighting themselves equally come to us today. O Marus and resplendent Aditi, we make you settle down in your appropriate seats with Rigvedic hymns. 8.27.6. Abhipriya Marudoyavo. O Marus, may this oblation with reference to horses or spiritual light rays which are dear to you approach you. May Mitra, Indra, Varuna and fast-moving leaders of men, the sons of Aditi, be seated on our sacrificial grass. Here horses symbolize rays of spiritual light. No other explanation may be necessary on this rik. Vayam vo Vriktabarhisho 27.7. O Varuna, extractors Soma essence, we, kindlers of fire and preparers of sacrificial places, like intelligent men who have offered oblations of food uninterruptedly, invoke you. Soma could be any of the three types. 27.8. Aprayata Marudo Vishnu Ashvina. O Marus, Vishnu, Ashwin and Pushan, with these praises of mine, be kind enough to come here. Showerer of happiness Indra, who is being glorified as the destroyer of enemies, and who is the first and foremost, may also come. Vino Devaso Adruho 27.9. O providers of dwellings, non-hurting shining beings, whether from afar or from near, please give us that uninterrupted shelter which is secure and which is non-injuring. Astihi pah sajatyam nishadaso 27.10. O destroyers of enemies, shining beings, there is common origin and relationship for me with you. Therefore, may you quickly recommend us for distribution of former wealth and for newer happiness. May the said shining beings recommend the seer of the Sukta for the award of knowledge, oneness, truth, and the associated happiness. Common origin for all manifested objects is Atma. Idahiva Upastutimida 27.11. O all-knowing beings, bowing down before you, I generate this Vedic praise now, which is not done before by others, for procuring your most desirable and most admirable wealth. Desirable and admirable wealth is nothing but truth, birthlessness. For its procurement, the seer is praising resplendent beings in this new sutta. Udushyama Savita Supranitayo 27.12. O good leaders of men, when that Savita, who is the highest and most desirable, rises up in the space, seekers of knowledge and wealth, other two-legged and four-legged animals and flying birds engage themselves in their own activities without resting. Savita may be taken as the soul of the sun. Then the Ruk needs no more elaboration. Devam Bo Avase 27.13. Glorifying you, O shining beings, with shining intellects we invoke each and every one of you for protection, every one of you for assistance, and each one of you for distribution of wealth. Devaso Hishma Manave 27.14. May all resplendent beings having the same objective in mind become good givers of gift for a thoughtful man. May they be gift givers today as well as on other days. Moreover, may they be procurers of the most admirable wealth, Atmajnana, or spiritual light rays, for my son also. Prabha Shamsami 8.27.15. O non-hurting, resplendent beings, in this sacrifice of hymns or knowledge sacrifice, I praise you well. O Varuna and Mitra, whoever serves your abodes or bodies, no harm comes to such a person. Prasakshayam Tiradevi 27.16. O resplendent beings, whoever offers oblations to you for gaining that admirable wealth, gaining the great wealth, he goes beyond destruction. He springs up from Rita along with living creatures. Unhurt, everything prospers. Whoever meditates on the imaginary shining beings representing different aspects of nature or on the birth of this universe, he finally arrives at birthless state of Brahman. He realizes the universal impeller of all born creatures who have no real individual identity of their own. Rite Savindate Yudha 27.17. Fighting for it, he earns enlightenment and goes along the right path with good speeches or rays. Atyama, Mitra and Varuna together protect him, delighting him by giving him similar gifts. The seer of the Sukta earns the gift of that truth knowledge from the shining beings mentioned here by hard labor and moving along the right path of nature from unity to diversity. Ajre Chidasmai Krunutha 27.18. O resplendent beings, please make the path direct and easy for going. Like in a plain field, even in difficult terrain, make the movement smooth, please. May this thunderbolt be far away from me. May that weapon perish without hurting anyone. Yadadya Surya Udyati 27.19. O knower of all benevolent rulers, now in the morning when the sun awakens and rises up, or in the middle of the day when he is up in the sky, or in the evening at sunset, when will you uphold Ruta? The seer is asking the shining beings, when will you unfold the process of creation of material universe from birthless Brahman? This implied meaning. 27.20. Yadvabhipitve asura rutam yate. O mighty providers of dwellings, knowers of all, resplendent beings, alternately, when descending towards that Atma, you please bring your secure residence for an oblations offering sacrificer who follows the right path. In the middle of that Atma, we shall always stay. When the seer arrives at the truth, may the shining beings uncover the abode of the self, Atma. In that abode, he wants himself to stay permanently. Yadat Yasura Udite 8.27.21. O knowers of all, when at sunrise now, when at the middle of the day, and at sunset in the evening, please give the most desirable, admirable wealth, Atma Jnana, for an invoking, wise, thoughtful person. Based on the comments on earlier works, this becomes self-explanatory. Last stroke in the sutta. Vayam Dadva Samraja A. O sons of Aditi, we desire for that supreme ruler of yours. Like the son approaching his father, may we attain that Atma, which is protected by many, by which an oblation offering sacrificer becomes most excellent. May we attain that. Supreme ruler is Atma. So that means Atma in this book. We go to next Suktam 28. Manu, Rishi, Manu, Vaivasvata, Devada Vishwadeva, Chandas, Gayatri, Puraushnik. 28.1. Ye Trimshati Trayasparo Devaso. May those 33 resplendent beings be seated in the place of sacrifice. May they knowingly bring twofold wealth. Vishwadevas are Adityas, Rudras, Vasus, Agnis, etc. Varuno Mitro Ajyama 828.2. Varuna, Mitra and Ajyama, attended by liberal men, accompanied by their wives, and different Agnis are being offered oblation with appropriate praises. The three Agnis are in the space, in the atmosphere, and on the earth. Tenu Gopa Avajyasta 28.3. May they, along with their attendants, be our protectors from the west, they from the north, from above, from the east and from below. Yatha Vashanti Devasa. 8.28.4. Whatever resplendent beings desire, that only happens. Nobody goes against their wishes. Neither a hostile person, nor any other man. Saptanam sapta rishtaya sapta 28.5. 7 weapons of the 7 shining beings and their 7 strengths uphold 7 splendors. 7 shining beings could be the 7 Marudganas, or presiding deities of 5 sense organs, the mind and Ahambhava. We go to the next Suktam by Suktam 29. Rishi Manu Vaivasvata Devata Vishwadeva Chandas Dvipada Virat. Each Ruk in the Sukta deals with one imaginary entity. Except the second, other Ruks may not need any further clarification. Bapurego Vishuna Sunaro 29.1. The tawny Atmiya Soma or moon, pleasure giver of the night and youthful, all by himself wears a golden garment on his body. Yunimega Sasada 29.2. Among the shining beings, the wise resplendent one, soul of Agni or Atma, sits in his home, altar. One implies Atma or Atma twin. Vashimego Vibharti Hasta 29.3. Among the resplendent beings, the faithful one, Tvashta the Creator, holds in his hands an axe made of iron. Vajrameko Vibharti Hasta. 29.4. One Indra holds Vajra, spiritual light ray, which is placed in his hands. By this he kills enemies. Tikmameko Vibharti Hasta. 29.5. One Rudra, who is pure, is terrible, and is water-subduing healer, holds a sharp weapon, maybe Triambaka, in his hands. Patha ega pibaya taskaro. O protectors, one protects the paths. This portion knows the source of all creatures like a robber. 29.7. Trinega Urugayo Vichakrame. The widely praised one Vishnu pervades the three worlds, where intelligent, enlightened souls delight themselves. Vibhirdva charada egaya. 29.8. Two of the Ashwins move with horses which are flying like birds. As though living with one, they always live together. Sadotva chakrade upamadivi. 29.9. Two of them, Mitra Varuna, resembling one another and shining brightly, being worshipped in sacrifices with ghee, make their home in the space. Archanda ege mahisama manvada. 29.10. Wise sages, concentrating their minds on one, caused to shine excellent sama hymns. By that act, they made the sun shine brightly. Wise sages meditate on oneness, Bhartras Brahman. They generate hymns in praise of many imaginary shining beings. In that way, they make the sun, symbolizing the self, to shine brightly. Idea presented here is the same as Egam Sat Vipraha Bahudha Vadanti. 1.164.16. We go to one more Suktam, that Suktam 30. Rishi, Maruda, Manu, Vaivaswata, Devada Vishwadeva, Chandas, Gayatri, Pura Ushmik, Brihati, Anushtu. Nahivo Astyarphago Devaso. 30.1. O resplendent beings, among you there is no child, not a boy. All of you are excellent and great indeed. There are no underdeveloped resplendent beings. It is Tudaso Astha Dishadaso Ye. 30.2. O destroyers of enemies, resplendent beings, you are fit for sacrifice by a thoughtful person. You are 33 in number and are being praised thus. Te nastratham te avada. 8.30.3. O resplendent beings, may you defend us and protect us. Please talk in our favor and do not lead us away from the path followed by the protector or father of a thoughtful person. Do not lead us to a distant remote place. May the resplendent beings representing nature protect the bodies of sacrificers from external and internal enemies and lead them on the right path to truth. Last book in the Sutta. Ye devasa iha sthana. O resplendent beings, you belong to all men. Please be here, all of you. May you bring that very extensive shelter for our cows, horses, and for ourselves. Extensive shelter would mean both physically and spiritually. Spiritually, abode of Atma. With this, we close this session. Viramastāvat.